but we're going to have a good match. Everybody's getting their readies, and we're going to get ready to go in a couple moments.
For sure. Either way, so it'll be nice to have a match like this now. And we're off. Haven't seen Jefeman play yet, so I'm pretty curious to see how this is going to shape out. Okay, Jefeman out of the first room, 40 seconds. Grunt, 43.
Grunt had some more spawns come in, and they were coming out in different areas. Hefe's came out a little more uniform, and he's going to give him more of an advantage because of first drop orb and collect power-ups.
Yep, so he's pretty much set up here for a solid time after shrapnels, assuming nothing goes wrong. And Gruntiatus will wait for the orb and bleed time in the process.
Unfortunately, that's all he can do. And by the way, here's another note that we're seeing, because if he's playing the Japanese version and me playing the American and playing the NTSC version, when the grunts explode, they explode red. In the American version, they explode yellow. You know, they just blow up, like what you see with the shrapnels.
Didn't know that.
American blood.
Okay, Grunt's got his orb, but he's got 4 shrapnels on screen. Gotta get rid of those ASAP. This will allow him to keep pace with Jefeman now that he has the orb.
Sometimes it could be worth a second or two to bleed off to be able to get that orb in Eat My Shrapnel.
Some drops could make the difference of some time save or loss here. But if you're good with your orb, you won't really lose too much. And then rockets are gonna speed up the process here. That's gonna be your main time saver.
And
Jefeman gets a pack.
Another big time saver is that razor shield that Gruntiatus has. It allows you to stay in the center. You don't have to worry too much about the shrapnels because they'll just deflect right off. Keep your focus on the doors and just blow everything up in sight. As you can see right here, as he just cut down quite a bit of time on Jefeman's lead. He had about a 10-second lead. Now it's only about a 4-second lead. And we have everybody's favorite. They're both in the bonus room at the same time. So that means our first queue of the tournament of Taco Bell, product placement, Taco Bell. I am hungry. I'm probably going to order some after this match.
You had to do it to me.
Yeah, also Jefeman back there, he grabbed that rocket like in the corner of the room. That also contributed to maybe a little bit of time loss. In tank trouble now. Vital room to this run. Grunt lost the orb. He might get it back. It
was kind of doomed. He was completely surrounded. And this, as you said earlier during the Bryce Hall Infinite Mystery match, this is when everything starts to go. And you have to be really careful when it comes to picking up drops because the swarmers are going to be more swarmy, the grunts are going to be more grunty, and you have the shrapnels who could blow up at a second's notice and can kind of prevent you from picking up a drop.
Yeah, Grunt had a disaster here. He's gonna be back like 25-30 seconds. Tank trouble do that sometimes. Another death. So He's going to be hoping for some of that good old sweet spreader luck on Mutoid Man to catch up here.
As Jefeman runs into something that doesn't happen too often, a delayed swirl that killed his orb, killed him, so he can't get the ball buster, which could give Gruntiatus some help. As Gruntiatus gets in at around 5 minutes.
The Great Equalizer, Mutoid Man. Let's see what we get here for grunt drops. Meanwhile, Jefeman holding it down.
Heathen feat does not promote the cause. And Mutoid Man's on the drop. It is grenades, and as I said earlier, Gruntiatus is aware of another new strat where if you have like grenades or rockets, go to the top of Mutoid, plant it in the back of his head. You'll do double damage. Gruntiatus kind of wasted his time on that spreader, decided he's just going to go manual, but gets sabotaged with grenades. And now Gruntiatus is going to get lobbers, and he's just going to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you're also going to get additional damage for hitting the center or the top half of Mutoid Man with lobbers.
Oh, this is beautiful for Gruntiatus.
There we go. That's going to hopefully bring him to final phase. Needs more of that spreader to hit. I don't think that was enough.
No, it wasn't enough, but the problem was his shield was running out anyway, so he was just trying to play cautious.
Yeah, couldn't afford that, though.
And he's just laughing. He knows 3 drops in a row where it was invulnerability. No good whatsoever. Jefeman is going to take this one. He is going to get out at a 7-0-2. So Jefe will take the first one.
Even if that spreader connected full for Grunt, I don't think he could catch up at that point. GG to Jefeman.
But here's the thing, he did shave some time off of the deficit. It was about a 35-second deficit, and he shaved it down to about 28 seconds. So
yeah,
better Mutoid, but unfortunately not better enough. Jefeman's going to take game 1.
Yeah, Bryce Wolf mentioned tank trouble being the difference there. Yep, that was the 30 seconds. That was more controllable than what happens in Mutoid. So it does come down to that room. When it comes down to having control, that's where you have to take that time to secure rounds. Mutoid Man is the utter lack of control.
That's certainly one way of putting it.
That's why it's always exciting when people get even luck on Mutoid, and they're also, even going into the room. Can be some of the best matches. We'll get game 2 going in just a second here. These guys are going to set up their manipulation. Takes like 30 seconds. I like what I saw from Jefeman. Yeah, looked pretty solid there. Did have the good tank trouble. Not too easy to hold it down there, even for the skilled runners. Shut up! Good luck. Sorry. Alright, yeah. Game 2 begins here. Jefeman up as indicated by the key icon next to his timer. If you're wondering about the stats of the match wins and losses, just check the keys next to the players' timers.
And Gruntiatus getting a little bit of bad luck there. He had 2 nukes. The first one did a little bit of damage to his time, but the second one he had immediate spawn out, so it didn't do that much damage. They're pretty much even though, only separated about a second and a half. And this time Gruntiatus gets the advantage with the first drop orb.
I can't remember what the phrase is. Equal opportunities equals people.
Gruntiatus has to be careful. He left the room way on the right. And there's something you have to be careful in the next rooms. When you go through the door, don't go through that door far on the left or far on the right, because that orb can be clipped by the stationary grunts.
These guys are going to stabilize in these rooms here and grunt up a little bit. Could be a little time difference depending on how you close out the room. If you can get that last shrapnel destroyed ASAP, ideally with a rocket, you save a few seconds at the end of the room. And Jefeman gets the rocket, so he might actually pick up a little time here if he kills the shrapnel immediately. Yeah, that saved a couple seconds. Yeah, Gruntat did have 4 shrapnels for a bit, so I guess it kind of evened out.
We are now in, this room, Total Carnage. Jefeman's got the advantage of having a razor shield, so he doesn't have to dodge all of the shrapnels when they explode. He could focus his attention on the doors. Gruntiatus is doing some moving and grooving. He's hoping to find a good drop, either a razor shield or some rockets to help clear everything out.
Yeah, Razor's nice. Gives you a lot of freedom to move around, to focus more on the doors, and just deal more damage overall. Grunt has not been getting the RNG at all. He gets a weapon to end the room. That's a consolation prize.
That will help out at the beginning of Total Carnage, though. He could take out one of the gunners easily. He could also take out a couple of the shrapnels as well. And they're both in the room at the same time. That means we do have product placement, but this time the product placement is courtesy of GG Speedruns. GG Speedruns, our host for this 7th annual Super Smash TV tournament, Easy Mode tournament, home to various other great speedruns. Check them out because they'll have Cuphead speedruns coming up soon.
Alright, the beginning of Tank Trouble. Vital moment here. Jefeman down! Grunt holding in the fort in the corner with the orb. That's better than dying.
That's also a good stretch. You'll lose a little bit of time, though, doing that, though, because you're not focused on all the doors. But it is safe. However, he does lose his orb, but he gets a rocket to replace it, though.
Not bad, not bad.
It's a decent trade-off.
Yep, actually, rocket better without the orb. Well, more efficient if you can line up the rockets. You won't be spending 2 per shot. Generally, you don't need to shoot that many at a time. But, yeah, so they're kind of evening out here, both getting rockets. Grunt gonna grab this razor. Jefeman comes out first in the end. I think part of that was because Grunt was holding that corner a little too long.
Well, not only that, he had the rockets, but he also got sabotaged by grenades on the feet.
Grenades are terrible in Tank Trouble. Alright, anyone's game. Both starting lobbers. Nice, nice.
An advantage for Gruntiatus having the invulnerability.
Yeah, that'll give some freedom to pick the best spot to hit that center of Mutoid.
And also with rockets at the back of the head. And he's going to get some more lobbers. Everybody's just waiting. Whatever the first spreader is going to drop could tell the advantage. But unfortunately, Gruntiatus accidentally runs into Mutoid. He is not going to be able to pick up that lobber. He's going to have a time differential problem. And Jefe did get the spreader on low shield, though. Gruntiatus does have the spreader. He's actually getting quite a bit of damage done.
Yeah, Grunt caught up there a little bit. His manual was superior.
We are tied. This is a tie ball game right now, folks.
Jefeman.
Jefeman with the spreader, gonna try to manual here, avoiding the shrapnel, just chipping away. Hard to kind of sneak in there.
Grunt's gonna get that, I think. Yes, he is. That's gonna bring him back for sure. More than for sure. Final form, Grunt.
He's going to have to wait for a weapon, but now Jefeman's got the advantage. Lobbers on both sides. This is going to be exciting, folks. Who's going to take it? They're both feeling the damage.
Inball on Jefeman's side. Grunt gets it.
Wow.
That was pretty dang close.
A couple of seconds at most here as we've got a 6:48 for Grunt and a 6:51 for Jefe. Probably about 2.5 seconds, give or take.
Nice game,
what
too.
A minute, and that evens it up here.
Yeah. Grunt earned that one, I would say.
He really did. And what was key in that one is that Gruntiatus was able to have a deep spreader attack on him. Jefeman tried to do manuals, but unfortunately couldn't quite line it up right. If he was able to get a few hits when he was doing manually, this could have been a lot different. But it all reads different on the challenge site. It is 1-1 currently.
One.
Yep, on challenge, a 3-second win and a 3-minute win are just a win regardless.
The 3 seconds will be more than enough to make it so we don't need to go to the booth. Usually that's clear victory.
I think that's the sound of Bryself heaving a sigh of relief that he doesn't have to go to some sort of a booth review.
Nice, so I'll tie it up.
Just
so
a private message from Bryself with words that I can't say on GG Speedruns? Yeah, that tracks.
I think we're about ready to get into game 2 here, so get ready, folks.
So this will be the pivotal matchup here. Game number 3 in this best of 5. This will see who has the advantage and will be just one win away from victory and advancement.
Both going with the hug the right door at the beginning strat, which is my preferred. Actually, Grunt got that RNG I like, which is the foot on the left for like the next drop. I really like to get foot in the first room because it helps you grab drops faster in the next room. He didn't grab the foot though.
And we got about a 4-second differential between Jefeman and Gruntiatus.
Jefeman getting a foot. Yeah, I think it's good. Just grab those power-ups faster, get things going, just race for that orb.
which even without the foot, Gruntiatus picks up first, which was his first drop. So that 4-second lead's going to be cut.
Jefeman will even it out with the rocket and the orb, so we got a game.
Now it's just a matter of doing with what you have, and Jefeman going to be the first out here with a 121, I guess that was, or a high 120 versus a 127. So now we'll just see how the drops go and how things work and eat my shrapnel.
Okay, so Grunt had 4 shrapnels on screen for like 3 or 4 seconds there, so Jefeman's going to have the lead here.
He also had the swirls, so he had to take care of that first.
Ideally, you want to make sure that 4 count doesn't happen, though, despite the swirl. So that's why the beginning of the room is probably the most vital part. Because it's easy to get 4 going on there at the beginning.
That is true, but Gruntiatus does catch up quite a bit. Unfortunately, he drops the orb, but he's going to get it right back.
Oh, a little bit of mercy from the game. Doesn't last for too long, though, usually.
Oh,
Jefeman down.
Wow.
And down, as literally down.
Orb gone, life gone.
Yep, that stings.
Lead gone.
Okay, Rocket's gonna stabilize him. And, okay, Razor Shield gonna help. If you're good with rockets, that's gonna keep you stable. But now he doesn't. Now he's just a Razor. And we'll see who comes out here. Looks like Jefeman came out. That Razor did some decent work, I'd say. Grunt maybe a little sloppier.
A little sloppier, but he's going to have the advantage going into tank trouble, though.
Yeah, no orb going to tank trouble. That's not good.
But who knows with tank trouble, and we have a little time for product placement. This brought to you by Monster Factory, available on Apple TV starting March 17th.
Vulnerability for Jefeman, so he's going to just plow right through some of the people. And actually, the best drop you can get in this room is the Razor Shield. And Rocket's at the other end of it.
Okay, Grunt's looking to be set up for tank trouble at this point. Jefeman might be able to grab this orb. No.
The Grunt's recovering it. And also covering above it, which is where the orb will spawn.
Grunt in a great position here. Jefeman gonna cut his losses with the rocket.
Ooh, now this is interesting for Gruntiatus. He has a full clip, almost a full clip. If an invulnerability is the first drop, then we're gonna see some fireworks.
Ooh, that would be spicy. So he's gonna ditch the orb and go for a little bit of manual there. Those few manual shots, it adds up super quick. I think that was the right call. And then there's an invuln.
Order of
operation
game.
Jefeman with his own spreader getting a few manual hits, so pretty anyone's game here. Each have an arm off.
Gruntiatus is hoping for spreader. Unfortunately, doesn't get it. Get a rocket, but he's gonna take care of the gunner and hope for a better drop. And he does. He's got the lobber, and that second arm is looking to pop off. There's a spreader right there. He's gonna.
Neither can get it. Well, Jefeman gonna. Yeah, they're both gonna try manuals here.
Gruntiatus is having the better effect of it, though.
Grunt up a form. Jefeman spreader on the feet. He might have been able to get that one. He's getting some manuals. Another spreader. He's gonna get that one. That's gonna be huge. Yep, solid.
Yep, it's gonna tie him
Yep.
up. It's gonna put him in the lead.
The transfer. That was really good. Jefeman primed to win this.
Primed, you say? Jefeman just won this.
Well, it hasn't popped yet on my end. Now he popped. Yeah, that spreader, that was the game changer. Thought Jefeman might have been on the disadvantage, but nope. Spreader saved the day. GG to Jefeman out with 634. Not too shabby at all. And yeah, some nice manuals in there too from Jefeman. Actually, he had a lot of spreader usage. The manuals. Ultimately came down to the spreader setup though.
And Gruntiatus out at 658. And that means we're going to go into game number 4, Jefeman with up to 1. So do or die time for Gruntiatus.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game, and yeah, like what we're seeing here. Some excitement on our first broadcast of the 7th annual Super Smash TV Easy Percent tournament. Currently, there's a poll going on in the chat. I'm not sure what the options are.
Options appear to be Grunt, Hefe, and Mutoid Man. So you have 3 choices to pick from.
Mutated Man option seems to imply that you don't get spreader drops, or he covers up a drop in the fight.
It's an interesting way to call it a draw.
Or if Mutoid Man covers up a spreader, or if somehow Mutoid Man runs you over, which does cause a loss in the end. Could be called a few different ways. Game 4, beginning. Jefeman looking to seal this out. Grunt got to win the next 2. Well, actually just 1, and then it's up. But yeah.
Also, smart move by Gruntiatus to not go for the nuke. Wouldn't have helped him at all.
They're even for all intents and purposes. Show us the cards. No, we got to get some of the cards quotes in here.
I thought I did one with, well, hold on, let me pull out the book.
The book.
Yep, the book. We got The Game Knows, which is always a good one.
Classic.
Yep. Drops favoring the favorites.
We had a little vitamin R in there.
Yeah, a little vitamin R right there, as Jefeman is just getting some vitamin S. And doing some good work with the Razor Shields. Gruntiatus out 130. Jefeman got a couple moments of lead there. And first drop Razor Shield's got to take out the swirl immediately. Now he's just got to take out these shrapnels.
Grunt avoiding the nuke. The nuke is the one room that, or I should say, Eat My Shrapnel is the one room where you don't want to use the nuke because it turns out to be a time loss.
That's right, as we have, well, Jefeman's got the vitamin R, but Gruntiatus has got the O. He's got the big O.
Here we go. Jefeman got his orb in the end, so still even here. Jefeman up maybe like 6 seconds here.
Especially with those back-to-back rocket.
Yeah, that put him a few seconds up here. Grunt with the razor on the feet. Very nice.
Yep, that's going to help him out a lot. And now he gets his rockets.
The Holy Trinity.
It's SRO. Shield, rockets, orb. Move over, standing room only.
The audience is literally hanging from the rafters.
Will you be serious?
We got a game here. With some
I
product placement once again.
And this time the product placement is brought to you by our #1 seed, Brysolf. Brysolf, when he isn't making world records in this game, he's hitting a whole bunch of dingers. Watch him do that with Mario Superstar Baseball. Brysolf.
No doubt about it.
All right, vital moment. Beginning of tank trouble. Grunt with the spreader. Jefeman with nothing yet. He gets his own spreader, but it's kind of busy on Jefeman's side, and he's gonna clean it up. Grunt taken to his corner again. Both in the corner. Jefeman a bit sloppy loss there at the orb.
Yeah, that's gonna be an advantage Gruntiatus. He still got it, and he picks up the rockets.
I do kind of like the conservative play from these guys being in the corner, but it's getting some of them in trouble a little bit too. Grunt's gonna stabilize here. Jefeman got his own rockets too. Grunt more rockets. A little dicey on the pickup, but he's gonna be out first. Ooh, that nuke. Okay, but then two more shrapes right after the nuke. That's always annoying. Anyone's game. Start with the lobbers. I like the lobbers to begin with. You can get the gunners out, or you can die
Or you
and not get those lobbers. Okay, that death is a little costly. Oh, unfortunately, Jefeman couldn't grab the spreader as he had an invulnerability on the tail end there, or rather, couldn't die for it.
Gruntiatus is actually doing double damage with those grenades. He's gonna. Oh, we are tied right now. This is a dead tie.
Oh, Grunt with the slobber. Jefeman denied, and Grunt with the reload.
Oh, but
Jefeman with the
spreader on the
spreader.
feet with
Manual,
manual.
nicely done.
Okay, still even. Both arms came off. Both sides.
Yep, both tied. Gruntiatus has got the advantage. Can he get it? No. There's the mutoid we all know and love.
This slow crawl over the power up. Okay, lobbers. It's okay. Yep. Okay, let's see if he gets this
here
one.
it is.
Will mutoid win or not? Okay, yep. He's gonna let him get it. That's gonna be
Yep,
nice.
that's it.
Get some of that, not all of it. Oh my goodness. They're still even.
A very slight lead here for Gruntiatus,
Yeah.
but by merely maybe a second.
Grunt
And the
pops.
body pops for Gruntiatus. Oh, and he gets sniped by a shrapnel, but he's
Not-
going
not
to get
too big a
rewarded with
deal.
lobbers.
Okay, if Grunt's looking good here with the reload. He kind of needs that reload. No!
Oh, that could be costly.
Oh, the
right
mercy.
Oh, and that's going to do it. And that's going to tie us up and send us to a deciding Game 5.
Ooh, that that worried me for a second when he missed that. But Jefeman, yeah, right on his tail. Just about 10 seconds back here. Good game. 7:05 on Jefeman's side, 6:54 for Grunt. Grunt showing that his PB is not super reflective of his play here. The 6:14 PB is pretty big difference from Jefeman's 5:27, was it, I think.
This is what you love to see. A lot of the opening round matchups, they tend to go 3-0 sweeps, but we get to see a deciding Game 5. Or should I say round 3 in a Tyson fight?
Yeah, stick and move, Mac, stick and move. Join the Nintendo Fun Club.
And both runners are readying up.
Yeah, these guys are ready, and we're off. You see that second drop? They both got that invulnerability to drop in the same spot. Yeah, you can kind of manipulate that second drop. Sometimes it's that invulnerability when you go to the right, and I like to look for the foot for that second drop.
Yeah, but Jefeman got a really good drop with the nuke. He got out at 38. Meanwhile, Gruntiatus is getting out at around 42.
Yep, timely nuke at the end of Arena 1, and that certainly helped here as both of our runners now in collect power-ups. Who's going to get the orb first here?
Razor Shield, the advantage with Gruntiatus is going to be able to take out a lot of the grunts. And now we have a spreader. He's going to clear out even more grunts, but unfortunately gets sabotaged with grenades on the feet. Now picks up a foot, bring up his speed. Now he's actively going to pick up the grenades now that he has the feet. He can actually go and kill stuff quicker.
Yeah, interesting. Kind of different result. Pretty different drops for both players, but they end up coming out even. A Grunt dies, but not going to be a time loss because he spawned into a shrapnel. No big deal. Jefeman holding it down with the rockets, neither with the orb. There's Jefeman's orb. Okay, what if I say Gruntiatus not with an orb? Maybe then he'll get an orb drop. His next drop's gonna be an orb. No, it's already at the end of the room. The next one might be an orb.
Yeah, I mean, Grunt did have the, dare I say, timely death, keeping the time up with the varying shrapnel, yeah, not causing an issue here. I can words good.
Gruntiatus is orb hunting now. he's going to pick up every drop until he gets it.
He's getting Garbo right now. Jefeman doesn't need to worry. He's got an orb about his drops. Okay, there's one for Grunt. He can probably grab this. Okay, he's going to be back like at least 10 seconds though. More than 10 now. He got some pretty awful drops when he was orbless, and that was that was a toppling effect. Oh no!
In the orb there. Oh, you hate to see it.
Ouch! Ouch!
And as soon as he gets in, Jefe leaves. That is exactly a 22-23 second advantage.
Jefeman with some dicey movement there, but gets out of there with still the orb. He's hanging on. He needs to win this. He needs to do this.
Here.
If he drops the orb here, it may be his mistake. Grunt needs an orb, on the other hand. Uh-oh.
Rockets and more rockets. This is everything coming up Jefe here.
Yep, this is bad news for Gruntiatus. He is paying for that orb loss, and oh, there's one. A little too late, I would say. No, we'll see. See what Jefeman gets for drops. If he doesn't get any spreaders and Grunt gets a couple good ones, we could change the tides here. But
there it goes anyway. But yeah, even if it was somewhat effective, I think.
Well, that's going to be it right there. Jefeman just got the perfect setup.
Yep.
Steps on a mine, grabs the spreader, and we're going to have a glitchtoid, folks. There it is, glitchtoid.
Gruntiatus with the worried expression.
I think that's an understatement here, as the green toga being shown over on Jefe's side, head popped off, and is on the penultimate form here, whereas Gruntiatus is just starting on Mutoid.
And that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Final form, and now just Mutoid Man just adding insult to insult. Sure, you get the popped up spreader there, but I mean that's just mother henning right on top of that drop.
Meanwhile, Jefeman does the job. He gets what he needed, was able to take a big advantage, and he's going to win it 6-18.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid time there. Congrats to Jefeman, winning the match.
Yeah, this fifth race was just RNG doing what RNG does. And to take a line from Bob Euchre, personally, I think Grunt got hosed on this call.
He might have, but it's going to say different in the record books.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is just not getting the Mutoid luck here either.
Gruntiatus saying himself, I just don't know what went wrong. Well, maybe everything went wrong.
The drops went wrong.
10-second contestant 1.
Sometimes you just can't help but laugh.
classic spreaders at the end of those Mewtwoid forms. Of course, you can't do the spreader glitch on the final form unless it's transfer damage from the previous form.
We have a note here in chat. Grunt takes the L. Give up, retire. Gotta love the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out references.
It was a good back and forth match, but it was just a slaughter at the end. Jefeman's gonna win over Gruntiatus 3-2, and that is gonna, I believe it's gonna wrap it up for the day side of action here on GG Speedruns. But we got more action coming up later today, or should I say later tonight,